Hey guys, welcome back to my December daily, and we are working on day two. This one has been done for a couple of days now. I just haven't been able to get to editing it because life, and jobs and all that kind of stuff. So we are pretty much talking about what we did for our 25 days of Christmas this day. We went and we recently got a Chick-fil-A in our area, and we love their peppermint chip shakes. We always used to go and make a good hour trip to get them when Chick-fil-A was pretty far from us. And so now having one up the road, we were like, yes, we don't have to make the 45-minute trip. So that was what we kind of, you know, kicked our season off with on day two. But really, my journaling is more about talking about the tradition of our 25 days of Christmas and why I do it, and that it is stressful and you know tiring and everything else, but that I'm so glad that I did this tradition. When I started this tradition when my first was pretty young. So, all right. So, what we are using is just a full page photo on the left side with what is going to be a vellum tag, and on the right side is going to be this older, I believe this is a 2021 tag. I really need to look it up. If I can find it in the digitals, I will put that there. And I am using an even older stamp set by Allie Edwards. I'm telling you, this is like way back. I got it off a buy sell site, and if I could collect all of her December daily stamps from way back when, I would. I like pick them anytime I see them. I kind of pick them up because I just love them. So much different from what she kind of not so much different, but what she puts out now and all that kind of stuff. But all right. So I am using, it says 20, I was looking for something that said like 25 days of Christmas or something like that. And I believe that this one says 25 days, 25 days of like capturing moments or something like that. So absolutely perfect sentiment for this project. And what I'm doing is I'm going to emboss this sentiment right in the middle of this tag. I was going to just I could have just put it like repeated it at the bottom of the tag. I was thinking about that, but I was just trying to do something a little bit different. It does turn out to be a little bit busy, I think, but I still loved it, and it ended up taking me a million years to figure out how to wrap my text around this, but I have a tutorial for you that's about to come up, so that if you would like to do this idea or anything like this idea, I have told you how to do it so that you don't have to spend the time trying to wrap text around your images. So it will come up here in 1 second. So here's my picture. I don't know why it's turning out like that color on screen. I mean, the whites are a little bit blown in real person. I mean, by a tidge, but the colors just weren't that great in this picture. So it is what it is. But I don't know why that picture it's turning out like that. But here are the boys holding their shakes in front of the tree, pretty much cheersing. So here's my vellum tag. This is just the vellum tag out of the kit, but made by my dear old self with my mink, or not my mink, my foil quill. You're going to see that tag was too big. So let's move on to the tutorial. Okay, hey guys. So I wanted to come on here and help you guys learn how to wrap text in Photoshop. I'm hoping that it does it in Elements. I just don't have Elements. But as you've seen in my project, I stamped a sentiment pretty much right in the middle of my tag, somewhere right around here, and I wanted my text to go around it. I researched for like 3 hours. Bless me. 3 hours on how to do this. I couldn't figure it out. There was several different ways that old Photoshop could do this, and now I couldn't find those features in new Photoshop. So this is what I found worked. And I believe, like I said, this should be able to happen in Elements, but I can't for sure tell you because this is just using Marquee Tool and the text feature, so you should be able to. So what you want to do is get an object, and I measured on my tag like where my object fell. I made a um I made a rectangle with the rectangle tool. Woo. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and use your rectangular marquee tool, and you're going to drag that almost all the way to the bottom of your original rectangle, of your object, of where you don't want text to be. Okay. So we have that, and we have our little marching ants now going right there. You can see that. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to want to hold down your Alt key. I can't tell you what it's going to be on Mac. Your Alt key. I hope it's an Alt key on Mac. Whatever your Alt key is. And you're going to see you get that little negative sign there. So you are removing part when you're going to go and do this. So you're going to click and drag around your object that you don't want the text in. And there you go, voila. So now we've made a selection minus this. You couldn't, what I was trying to do when I was doing this is do this whole selection minus this part. I don't know why that was not working. It just was not. So my little hack was to do half of this, and then you're going to see. So get it as close to this bottom as you can possibly get it. And there might be a better way, guys. I just could not find it, okay? Might be a better way. I could not find it. If you do know how to wrap text in Photoshop and there's a better way, please let me know. So anyways, what you're going to do now is you are going to right-click on the selection and make work path. I do generally like 8 pixels. You can do more, you can do less, whatever you like. That's just the space between, the line and where your text is going to start. Go over here to your text tool, and you don't want to click outside this box. You don't want to click on the line because then your text is just going to wrap around this line. You want to click inside. So that little circle is going to tell you that you're inside the work path pretty much. And you're simply going to click. Yep, I think it was there. Yep, perfect. Click. Make sure my stuff, and I'm just going to copy and paste this, and there you go. You have text that is wrapping around. I like my text center aligned. You have text that's going to wrap around. Now, to get it to go to the rest of the part, what you're going to do is just go make your marquee tool. So what I've done is I just bring this down even further. Now, I tweaked this and did it a lot more better on my own, project, because I got this to almost match up perfectly. But, this is just a rough part. And really, you don't even have to do this part. You could make just a single, all you got to do is make a single text box. Let's do that. So I guess you don't even have to make a marquee type tool. But let's see, we're going to make another text box just like that, and keep going with your thing. Like I said, you need to match that up a little bit better. I adjusted things and made it match up a little bit seamlessly. But that is how I pretty much wrap text around an object in Photoshop. I hope this helps. All right, so hopefully that tutorial helped anyone that might be looking to do this. Then I just ran it. I printed it out on copy paper and then taped my tag on top of the printer paper and ran it back through. And there we go. We have text wrapped around that gorgeous sediment, right? What does that say? 25, I cannot see. I think 25 moments, memories, stories, days, pretty much. I think that's what it says. And that's perfect. So we're going to put some ribbon across there, but I was like, I don't know. I just felt like it needed something. One thing also is leave room for your holes. I did not. I forgot about it. Whoops. It actually, and I was able to fit the holes because I only have 2 holes in this album. I don't have 6. If I had 6, I would have cut a lot of stuff out, but I was able to maneuver the 2 holes around some text and get it to sit properly. So I got lucky there. So definitely remember that you have holes. So I am going to put this masking tape at the top so that my ink it doesn't go, and then using Holiday Red from Close to My Heart. I believe I'm using a Paisley Press Old December. Yeah, that's a Paisley Press December Daily stamp. I don't believe that was from this year. Actually, no, it's not from last year or this year. I'm pretty sure it's an old one. And then I'm using the Fa La 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 and just stamping across the top. Just gave it a little bit of pop. I mean, again, it kind of made it even busier. But, whatever. So I like the pop of red. It brought the red from the Chick-fil-A and my tree over to this side. And yeah, I just think that it was good because we're also you're going to see that my number is going to be red. So I needed that. I did put a staple through that because the other side is going to be probably just like embellished for the next day. So I did put a hole through that. But all right, here we go. As you can see, I made several attempts to foil. I was being silly with my my silhouette. Like I wasn't reloading it, and I was messing the things up. It was a complete user error, not the fault of my silhouette this time. Not this time. All the other times, completely silhouette's fault, but not this time. When I do one object like this that is pretty easy to cut, I don't make my silhouette cut it out because generally my silhouette doesn't love vellum, and I have to go through many steps in order to get it to read vellum. So I just cut it out. It was much easier for me just to cut it out myself. Here is that tag, and now I'm going to use this little 2. I was kind of upset because I wanted to use the big 2 from the Allie Edwards, was it maybe last year's, like big letter numbers, but it wasn't going to fit. So we're going to use this one. It's a pretty similar 2. So just use a little one. We're going to stamp that with some embossing ink. I should have probably done that in my stamping tool, but yeah, I took the risk. I also kept forgetting to use anti-static powder, guys. Please remember to use your anti-static powder because it doesn't make such a freaking mess. This red definitely made a mess. As you can see, here I am cleaning it up, but the glitter in this was just like not trying to come off. That I was so mad at myself for not using my anti-static little pad thing. I always forget. Like I am so bad at forgetting that. So all right, let's clean up our mess here. And I'm like, what am I doing? Just use your fingers. You're going to get dirty. It's a dirty job around here. All right. So let's get that embossed. Now, I am using pretty thick vellum, but not heat resistant vellum. So my tag, I was trying not to, but I couldn't figure out if that red embossing powder was actually melted or not. I don't know. I was struggling with that. So my tag ended up warping pretty good and not sitting down, which is not that serious. Once the album gets fuller and lays more stuff down on it, it will lay down. So I'm not worried about it. I felt like this tag needed a little bit something more. So pulling out all of the phrase stickers. Raise your hand if you have 14 million thousand phrase stickers. Here we go. Here's the stack of them. And I know there's people out there that probably have a ton more because you guys get the physical kit every time. And I have it in the last 2 years, even though I order the phrase stickers by themselves like this year. So many phrase stickers. So I am this year probably going to do one of like the phrase sticker tags, I believe. Or something along the lines to get rid of some of these phrase stickers, especially the ones that I don't use that much. So, I just, it's it's a little much. So here we go. Here's another set. So anyways, I end up choosing one of these ones, and these ones are clear stickers. So I felt like this was best anyways. And I was really I thought I had black ones. I don't. I could definitely make black ones though, because I have all the files. And then it said a cup of cheer. And so I was like, oh, that's perfect. That works. My phrase stickers have to match my spreads. I know a lot of people don't care. They just put phrase stickers down for embellishments and not really like what it means. But nope, I'm not one of those people. My phrase stickers have to match what I'm talking about. So, all right, just a little red and white twine here for this tag because no tag can just have the holes naked. So I also just shoved this through. It's so much adhesive everywhere. Generally, when I do my foil quill, my adhesive gets stuck to the back of whatever I'm foiling to. So that's what there was so much adhesive for. Because I don't use my metal mat. I'm a rebel. I don't use the metal one because I do it in my portrait, not in my cameo. So, all right, we're going to put that down. And that... I think it's going to wrap it up. What do I do? What else do I do here? I have a little bit more footage. I'm going to readjust this tag 14 times because I couldn't get it straight for some reason. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, that's right. So I'm like, yeah, I needed to figure out how to put this down. So I did use red line tape behind the two. You can see it a little bit, but it wasn't bad enough. And then I put it down 1.5 million times wrong. And then that one you could definitely see it. And I'm like, oh gosh, that's not, you could see it and that was wrong. Struggle bus, guys, struggle bus. There we go. I think we got it. Oh no, we're going to adjust it just a little bit more. There we go. And I love it. So that worked. Now we just need to put 1 and 2 together and make a little pocket for that 3x4 card from day 1 from the Advents. So we're just going to put a bunch of score tape around this and pretty much call it good. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I'm crawling at a snail pace through this project, but you know, I think I'm a little bit further than I was last year at this point. I should probably go back and check. You know, shit happens, right? Life, I want to enjoy life, and I want to enjoy the day-to-day activities and, all that other stuff. I'm trying to see if I was going back. I also need to take 1.5 million pictures. Trying to see. I was definitely taking pictures of things and like making sure I had everything, it looks like. But that's probably about it. I don't think that I was making images or making pages last year. I'm trying to look for through my pictures, and it doesn't. I know I was making something. Maybe I wasn't taking pictures of things. Yeah, I don't know. Can't figure that out. Anyways, but I do believe that I'm pretty ahead of where I was last year. So, all right, guys. So we're going to punch some holes in some things. We're going to just match the holes up with this one. So on the back side, like I said, I only have the 2 holes in this album. It looks so good against that green, guys. I love that green. I'm loving the green. At first, I was getting a little disappointed that all my greens didn't match, but that's a hard feat. So, all right, more holes. And that is going to wrap it up. And that is day 2 in the books. If you have gotten this far, put a 25 in the comments below. Actually, no, let's do a 2 for day 2. We're just going to put the number of the day that we're going to do in the comments. Put a 2 in the comments below, and I'm hoping to see you guys pretty quickly for day 3. Talk to you guys soon.